So what comes next when you've done your basic on and off fast pelvic floor exercises and your holding exercises, that's not the end of the story. Those are your foundation exercises. Teach your brain where everything is and how it works.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, the pelvic floor's got a little bit more complicated job to do than just holding and counting to 10.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, your pelvic floor has got to know how to react and interact with your normal daily activities. So I want to show you some slightly more advanced things to practice when those basic exercises get easy.
Great.
The first thing to do is come up against gravity.
Okay.
Because most of your day is on your feet.
Yeah.
It's not sat in a chair. and so just standing up to do your exercises is a challenge in itself because all your body weight's sitting on your pelvic floor. Yeah. So that is the equivalent of going to the gym and picking up a couple of light weights.
Okay.
So that, that quick one on and off and on and off, a fun little quirky thing to do with that when you find yourself in a queue or you're cuddling the baby or just standing waiting for somebody. If you turn your toes out like a ballet dancer, when you do your pelvic floor contractions, your squeeze and lifts and your let goes, toes out favors the back passage.
It really does.
Yeah. And toes in favors the front.
And so now we know how to stand if we're really desperate not to let a fart out.
Yes. If you turned your toes out a bit, it would just give you a little bit more control at the back.
Yeah.
And toes in, you'll feel up and under at the front a bit more clearly and probably a bit more tummy joining in.
Yes, very
and
much.
Tummy joining in is okay. It's again part of being more advanced.
Yeah.
This is your canister of your core.
Yeah.
The pelvic floor and the lower abdominals work together.
Yeah, because it's all linked, isn't it?
It's all linked. So I quite like to do 5 on and off those quick squeezes with your toes turned out, thinking about the back passage on purpose, favouring it, not excluding the front, but favouring it. Then turn your toes in, 5 lift and tuck underneath, and then drop. Not rushing, lift and drop underneath, feel your tummy join in, get some lovely posture, drop. And again, lift and tuck. I think the front is often harder when you've just had a baby.
Yeah.
And then drop. 2 more. Lift and tuck underneath at the front. And then release. And remember, the release is so important. And 1 more lift and tuck. And then let go. And then put your feet normal. Because in real life, this is how you stand.
Yeah.
And your brain needs to be able to grab the back and the front of the pelvic floor and find them fast.
Yeah.
And then let them go when it's all over.
Yeah.
So think back and front, and maybe now if you're feeling clever, those sides that we talked about, a bit like your cheeks, like somebody's closing some curtains or squeezing in from the edges, and then let go. And again, back, front, left and right, and it's a close and up feeling.
Yeah.
And then let go. And 1 more. Back, front, left, right, let go.
I think it's incredible how much of a difference it can make just by your toes pointing in and out. Just obviously we know that all of the tissues and muscles and our body is all connected, but I think when you do little things like that make a difference, way up here, as it were, it just really demonstrates how powerful we can be, really.
Yeah, and it keeps it fresh and it keeps your brain interested, and your brain says, I haven't done this one before. So you might have been getting bored with the basic ones, and it's like, that's different, I'll focus on that this week.
Yeah, amazing. Thank
Cool.
you.